Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So we've come out today to test out the ABSIMA AB3.4. It is just down there. I did a build video for this on a previous video. If you haven't seen that video, then be sure to check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Now, the reason for doing this build, guys, is to make it appealing to beginners. I do like to try and do budget builds. I do want to make my channel appealing to beginners as well. So the reason for actually building this was to make it appealing to someone who may be looking to get into the hobby, fancies doing a kit, but doesn't want to pay a huge amount of money for one. Now guys, we've come to a new location today, and the reason we've come here is because I quite like the surface. There is a little bit of gravel, but it's also quite a firm sort of surface as well, which should be ideal for testing out the buggy. Now I haven't actually brought any of my other RCs down here, which is crazy really, because it is a nice place to actually run an RC car. So the plan for today, guys, is to stick a 2S pack in the ABSIMA. You know, we'll see how it performs, we'll see how it feels, and then we'll go from there, guys. Also, if you're new to the channel, then be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest RC content. So guys, here it is then. This is the ABSIMA AB3.4. We've also got the Dumbo RC X4 that I'm using with this. Very nice, guys. Very nice, good quality transmitter. Very cheap as well. This was about £20, which isn't a huge amount of money, and it does feel very nice. It's a 4-channel transmitter, and it's ideal for this sort of budget build. So guys, I did cover all the internals, basically all the electronics that I used on this in the build video, but I'll show you briefly again just in case you haven't seen it. So like I said, we've got the Dumbo RC transmitter and receiver there. We've got a Hobby Wing 1060 brushed ESC, and we've also got a sport tuned 15-turn brushed motor as well. Now I wanted to try and keep this as cheap as possible, which is why I went for the brushed option. If I'd have gone for brushless, which a few people have said I should have done, you know, it's not just the brushless system you have to take into account. You do have to take into account the cost of lipos, you know, a lipo charger and all that sort of stuff. So it sort of defeats the purpose from going you know, sort of focusing on a budget build to then going for a brushless setup. Just defeats the purpose a little bit, guys, which is why I wanted to try and keep this as cheap as possible. I'm going to be running a 2S lipo today, which is going to be the Sport Track 5300 55C. But you know, if you decide to run nickel metal hydride batteries in this, again, that's absolutely fine. If you want to keep the cost down, that's definitely going to be the way to go, because again, lipos do cost a little bit, they're a little bit more expensive as opposed to nickel metal hydride, and obviously the chargers are more expensive as well. So it's entirely up to you guys what you decide to run on yours, should you actually wish to buy one. So guys, let's get the 2S pack fitted in and see how this thing performs. Right guys, I have actually brought the buggy in, so as you see I was running up and down, things were absolutely fine. Obviously the video is edited, but I was running for about 8-9 minutes and then the buggy started to feel a little bit underpowered. Now my concern is it could potentially be the ESC. A few people have said that the Hobbywing 1060 is not actually very good. To be honest, it's not really hot to the touch. The motor feels fine and everything seems to be okay, but it doesn't seem to be right, guys, if I'm honest with you. What I'm going to do is, it's been sitting for about 5 minutes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to power it back on and we're going to see what is going on, because it's really weird, if I'm honest with you. I was told the ESCs are not very good, but 8 minutes really, Hobbywing? Just literally 8 minutes of running up and down. It's not exactly the most, you know, demanding sort of environment or terrain, or, you know, surface, if you will. So I'm not sure why this thing's suffering, to be fair. It is running a sport tuned motor, but it's pretty sure it's well within limits. So we'll switch it back on, guys. We'll see what's going on, because it's really weird. Right, well, we've got power. Oh, guys, we don't seem to have. Oh, what on earth is going on here? Now guys, the servo seems to have a mind of its own. I'm not even touching it, literally. I'm going to put that there so you can see that I'm not even touching it. Yeah guys, if I'm honest, I'm not sure what's going on here, to be fair. I haven't actually ever had this issue before. Let me try switching it off and back on again. Okay, something is clearly not right, because this thing is all over the shop, guys. There's either a problem with the Dumbo RC, or it's the ESC. And I'm sort of thinking it's the ESC, because we lost a little bit of power. We went down to sort of half the power, potentially some sort of limp mode, I'm not sure. But it seems to be that the servo's got a mind of its own. Just want to see if we've got any sort of power at all. Nothing, guys. And we don't have steering either. So guys, unfortunately that's where we're probably going to have to leave it today. Very disappointing, if I'm honest with you, as I have been looking forward to testing this out, but obviously we're going to need to take this back and maybe fit a different system in and try something different, guys, to be fair. Not very successful today, if I'm honest. What more can I do, guys, to be fair? We were having a little bit of fun. I had 8 minutes worth of fun with it, just over there, and now things have gone pear-shaped, to put it politely. And I'm not entirely sure what the issue is, but we will investigate that and see what's going on. Guys, I actually powered this thing back on very briefly, literally for, you know, about 5 seconds, and there was a little puff of smoke come out of the receiver. I'm not sure if, you know, the Dumbo RC's let me down today, or, you know, potentially the ESC. I've got no idea, guys, but when I switched it back on just now, a little puff of smoke come out. I wasn't recording at the time, just picked the camera up now, but a little puff of smoke came out of the receiver. A few lights started flashing, so I'm not sure if the ESC is the issue and it's killed the Dumbo RC receiver. I'm not entirely sure, guys, but until we actually get this home and find out, I'm not going to know. Very disappointing, if I'm completely honest. Obviously I was enjoying that little run, as you see on the video. We did get about 8 minutes out of it. That's probably going to look like a lot less once I've edited the video and I show it to you guys, which is a shame, unfortunately. But all I can say is we will get this fixed up, we'll get it running again, and then we'll take it out and hopefully give it another run. Guys, what can I say? A bit disappointing today. I don't want to disappoint people. This doesn't usually happen when I come out to make a video. This doesn't usually happen. Guys, I'm not going to blame the chassis, because, you know, I'm not going to blame the kit, because while it was performing, it did feel quite nice, and things were running okay. And to be fair, it was quite nippy as well on 2S, on the brush setup that I'm running in there. It felt quite nippy as well, guys, so it's very disappointing. We'll leave the video there, guys. Be sure to subscribe. You'll be able to find out what happens next with this. We can hopefully find out what the issue was and go from there. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you again in the next video. I'm just as disappointed as you guys.